Yo, what is up, guys? I wanted to make a quick video about just the state of things and some updates I would love to see within the game, you know? So, one of them, everyone complains about resin. I get it. Resin is a huge issue. Uh, it would be nicer if it refilled, especially for players that are more free to play or they just want or just get really bad luck with their artifacts, right? If you wanted to get a decent set, I mean some of these items just wouldn't drop for me. Literally, like I couldn't get a viridescent a full set to drop. Like I just kept on getting like flowers over and over. You know what I mean? I couldn't get the other pieces. It was really weird. That's just RNG, the way the game is. But effectively fixing the resin to regen a little bit faster would be super amazing. Um, Another thing that I've seen in other gotcha games that I really enjoyed and I thought was a great thing was just some basic character mechanics for uh, actually leveling up for the extra side category. So we got the friendship, right? It'd be cool for us to get rewarded with some items for that. That would be awesome, right? Maybe new gliders, new outfit, anything like that. I think Mihoyo could definitely do that, and then they could make other kinds of items. You can see right here they are scaled and ready for that. But I think they just don't have the development team or the artists yet to build for them, right? So that will be really cool when they can do that. That will be an amazing surprise for us. Another cool thing would be maybe one constellation you can earn for a character every 60 days or something like that, right? Either maybe that can be through the shop that we buy, through Paimon's Bargain, some kind of item like a falling star or constellation something rather, and it's just kind of like a free constellation you can put on only 4 stars. I think if you did it for 5 stars, it'd just be way too broken. They could sport like a pay to win mechanic where it was like just this obscene amount to get it. So then people that have the resources can do that, or they made it so it was maybe some star glitter or something else just like that just dropped among enemies. The biggest problem I have with the game though is that you can't level up your characters like organically. So there's no inherent reason to like play the game like just other than farming materials like for fun. I kill this hilly troll in world level 7, right? We are world level 7. Like what the hell, you know? Like my poor guys can barely do any damage to these guys, and you know, I was one banging them in world level 6. You'd be able to take out way more, way quicker. So that's another thing you should be wary of. Jumping to world level 7. The big resource gain is going to be at world level 8. So that's really what I'm striving for, because you're going to get the guaranteed um, gold drops for that too, and then basically a couple better more resources for some of your characters to level them up a little bit quicker. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'll probably have like a ton of the stuff I needed anyway by then. By the time organically, because I'm not doing resin refreshes I'm not doing any refreshes for primos or anything crazy like that. Um, Literally, my account's like mostly free to play. Besides the $5 Abyss thing, and I got pretty lucky on it. I was able to pull a Diluc, which was pretty cool. So that's been super helpful for my Abyss clears and be able to use some of those Primo gems. But still, I haven't been able to 9-star everything. It's all about artifacts. This game is all about resource management for sure. Anyway, that would be really cool. I would like that. They need to buff the EXP for just going around killing mobs. Like, why can't I level a character to 20 or 40 like organically within, you know, I don't know, a week or two time frame. If these guys gave you, like, literally, if we do the math, it's disgusting. Like, so Bennett here needs literally 120,000. That guy gave 20 EXP. So if I killed 100 of those hilly churls, literally that's only 2,000 EXP, and that's literally rounding up. That's pathetic. Really sad. Really, really, really sad. So yeah, not cool on that front where you can't really get enough exp for your characters. It's like literally you're gonna get such a small minuscule amount of exp compared to these darn books. I mean, literally one blue book is worth the 1,000 hilly trolls. I I don't know. That's pretty discouraging. I think it'd be fun to level some of your characters that you maybe don't play with as much. Like that's why I haven't been playing with Beidou. I would love to play with Beidou. In fact, I would play with her a lot more if I had more talents, of course. But or sorry, constellations rather. But I don't. So and RNGesus keeps on blessing me with constellations on characters I don't play with. Like, come on, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know. It's a little discouraging to say the least. Um, Kaeya's second constellation's amazing right here. This is really, really, really good. Especially if you're doing a razor combo, which is pretty cool. Did I get any constellations on Xinyan? I don't think I did. I would build her if I did. Absolutely build her. Yeah. No, my friend did. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of the state of things. I feel like the EXP needs to be really addressed. Like we should be able to have fun in the game, just grinding mobs with friends or co-oping that way. Co-op, and on that note, co-op needs to be overhauled. There's a huge, huge, huge missed opportunity. I mean, we could do a small abyss thing for friends, and I think you'd meet lots of new friends playing abyss co-op as well. Like just a small co-op. Like don't make it like too many levels or anything like that. I get that they want to make it more single player and like hone your skills. But like, hey, you have a friend help you out, each week, and you get 100 primos or whatever. That's pretty cool. That's not even a single summon. Or give us 200 or 300, right? Make it 2 levels, right? That would be more than enough, and I think that would escalate gameplay for some of those mechanics, and then also just players that are learning, right? They can work with other players online or whatever. Hey, help me out with my abyss co-op stuff. That would be fun. You know what I mean? I also would love a maze. I'm hoping Dragonspine or one of these next areas or something. We could do like a dungeon crawler experience, which would be really cool. It doesn't have to be all RNG based where like different enemies just appear suddenly. That would be cool. Um, but it would be really awesome to have like a experience where maybe or and then you make the maybe how's this, all right, if you guys don't want to level these enemies with higher experience, if you don't want to make the normal world enemies, how about you make the co-op dungeon crawler um, you know every once a week or whatever. We'll call it like Genshin Day or something like that. I used to play this game called Mobius Final Fantasy, right? And it was a huge, huge, um, super fun MOBA slash collaboration gotcha game. And you get all the Final Fantasy characters in it. I loved it. It was amazing. I got to see like the rendered clouds, how basically like how Cloud Strife would look um, pre PS4. I mean, he wasn't as polished, but it was pretty darn cool. And you could play as him, and it was like a skin you'd put on a character to make him look like that, right? We don't need stuff like that, but I'm just saying, like, the way they did it, they had like these things called towers, and this is what I'm thinking for the dungeon thing, where you'd make it so, you make the enemies like 5 to 10 levels harder every floor you go under, and you do a co-op one and a single player one. So then there's like this basically reward each week on Genshin Day for the person that goes the farthest, right? Or you make it like a week or two long event, and then the top players, 1 to 500, and you can look at like a leaderboard, which would be super cool. You can see the first top to 1 to 500 get the best rewards or whatever, right? And that'll probably be all the pay to win players, whatever. Fair enough, right? But seemingly you'd see quite a few free-to-play players slowly making it into there as well, getting huge rewards for playing the game and doing kind of a challenge mode of sorts, right? So each of these floors, right, let's say Abyss goes to level 100. Imagine if you fought enemies that were level 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. Like it just literally like will go up in scale. I know that might bring problems with like people wanting to cheat for sure. And I don't know how much of a problem that is right now. I know it was a little bit before when the game first started for sure, but I think that could be I think that could mitigate a lot of things, and you'd see the cheaters right away, because if they're climbing way too fast or whatever, it doesn't make sense. I think Mihoyo could catch on to that pretty quickly, and sort out those accounts pretty quickly. I think it would be pretty easy to track as far as a coding perspective. But anyway, I think that would be awesome for the larger game audience, for just us to have more content, right? Dungeon Explorer mode would be sweet, beyond cool. I would love that. I think that would be awesome. Even like a maze where we could like go through more levels and do more things, or like find a couple chests like here and there that would just spawn randomly. For those that have kind of scaled the world or 100%ed most of the exploration. Or just be able to do it with a friend would be way cool. That would tremendously help out the state of the co-op thing, because I feel like the domains are just kind of rubbery, where it's not like that fun to just like have to co-op with friends for a domain to like get a few items. I mean, it's great for a start, but I feel like there's just so much more we could do to make it so much greater, grandeur. Anyway, that's kind of my thoughts. I hope that helps everyone, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what your thoughts, what you guys would change in the game, what you would do. Kind of got some of my ideas from the playing Mobius, and as well as I would love a Genshin Day where they did like half resin one day, you know what I mean? Like one day a week. Let's make Genshin Day Friday or Saturday or 2 days a week or whatever, right? Everyone calls it Genshin Day. It's a good publicity for them to get the game out there, and even have more players play on a certain day, right? If you don't have a lot of time in a week, I don't certainly, unfortunately, then you can get on and play, on the half resin usage day, right? Everything costs half the resin it normally would, right? Make that a Sunday or whatever. Then people can knock out their bosses that day because it's half resin cost or whatever, if you guys don't want to decrease the resin cost. That was another thing I talked about in a video, but for whatever reason it didn't get uploaded. The cool thing would be to change the just overhaul the resin amount for bosses. We're gonna add bosses slowly to all these territories. We need to just take out the cost to fight the bosses once a week, right? We shouldn't make it cost resin for players. There's already so much that costs resin or is resin gated. And there's so many characters I would love to play or test out or try comps with, but I just can't because I don't have the resources. I mean, even if you're like buying the battle passes, I've already done the math, and in fact, I've already done it. So yeah, I mean, literally, I'm maxed out on books just by like doing that as well. I mean, you know, and it shouldn't be like that at all. The game should be a little bit more friendly with being able to, like, I get it. If you want to over level your characters, then absolutely not. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're trying to like gate like people from just like leveling too many characters to 90 or whatever. I get that, but that's why the books are so high, right? And you can maybe raise that cost and then lower the cost of like the lower levels, so we can have a fair chance of like updating like some of these other characters that don't get enough play. But anyway, that's my thought. I hope that would help. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. There's lots of cool things coming to the game. Excited for it. Keep on seeing it grow. And yeah,